You've felt it before, that weird guilt of training completely alone. Everyone says you need a spotter, a partner, a crew, an accountability buddy. But your best sessions? Be honest, they happened alone, and you couldn't explain why, which made it worse. Quick reminder, I'm not your therapist, I'm just obsessed with the science behind why we do weird things, especially in the gym. I used to force myself to train with people every single session because that's what fitness culture tells you. Get a gym bro, find accountability. And every time I did, every time I showed up with the group, something felt off. The sets felt weaker, the focus was scattered. I couldn't lock in, but the nights I came alone, completely different animal. Every PR I've ever hit, nobody was watching, nobody was talking, just me. And I thought something was wrong with me. Seriously, I did. Then I found the research. And it wasn't just me, it's actually everyone. Welcome back to Wired Behavior, where we ruin your romanticized illusions with neuroscience. Your brain doesn't want company when you lift. It physically registers forced socialization as a threat, a biological threat to your focus, and I can prove it, not with opinions. With Cambridge rowers and cortisol data, here's the exact neuroscience of why working out with other people actually sabotages your progress. Here's something nobody talks about. Your brain is 2% of your body, but it eats 20% of your energy. 20%. And when there's not enough to go around, it steals from here, your muscles, your power output, your gains. Your brain literally cannibalizes your body to feed itself. In 2004, a German endocrinologist named Achim Peters published a theory. He called it the selfish brain. The idea is disturbingly simple. Your brain always eats first, before your muscles, before your heart, before everything. Brain comes first. It actively suppresses insulin to your muscles, cuts off their glucose supply to keep itself running. So what happens when you add people to this equation? It gets ugly. Cambridge University, 2017, 62 elite rowers. They made them row and think at the same time. Physical power dropped 12.6%. But here's the part that should terrify you. The brain, it only dropped 9.7. It protected itself. Your body paid 29.8% more than your brain did. That wire, that's cognitive load. The cost of processing other humans. Every person in your gym is a processing task. Reading faces, tracking who's watching, decoding dynamics, your motor signal, the one connecting your brain to your muscles. It degrades, it literally breaks apart, and there go your gains, floating away into the void. They called it the constrained action hypothesis, and it's exactly what it sounds like. Any attention spent on people is attention stolen from your muscles, but alone. No mirrors watching you, no wires stealing your signal. Just you and the bar. That's the glitch. Now let me show you how deep it actually goes. In 2004, Dickerson and Kemeny ran a meta-analysis. 208 studies, one question. What is the single most powerful trigger of cortisol in humans? Being watched. Being judged. Not the difficulty of the task, not physical pain, not cognitive load. Specifically, being evaluated by another human. Here's the part that broke my brain. Dickerson ran a follow-up in 2008. Just someone sitting in the room. Zero cortisol response. None. They literally measured nothing. It's not that someone is near you. It's that someone might be judging you. That's the trigger. And the second your brain registers that threat, the amygdala fires, HPA axis activates. Cortisol floods, Martin Guinness, 2012. Women exercising while they thought their bodies were being evaluated? Cortisol spiked through the roof. Cortisol doesn't just stress you out. It eats your muscles, literally starts breaking down the tissue for emergency fuel. Protein synthesis drops 33%. A third of your recovery gone. And it goes even deeper than cortisol, into the wiring itself. Your brain has two networks that can't run at the same time. Physically impossible. They're anticorrelated. This one runs your social brain, reading people, theory of mind, empathy. This one runs your muscles. When someone activates your social brain, your motor brain goes dark. The signal to your muscles dies. Without the signal, your grip means nothing. Your form means nothing. It's phantom training. Schoenfeld, 2018, 8 weeks. Internal focus on the muscle, 12.4% growth. External focus, 6.9, nearly double. Same exercises, same weight, same reps. Different attention, different muscles. Every conversation during a working set is a measurable reduction in neural drive. That's not opinion. That's electromyography. Your gym buddy's small talk is literally dissolving your muscle tissue. And you can't feel it happening. Okay, back to the real world, back to the actual gym. But look, I have to be honest with you, it's not that simple. Because in 1965, a psychologist named Robert Zionk figured out something weird. Audiences make you better at simple things, and worse at complex things. Sprinting, rowing, maxing out on a deadlift, audience helps. But hypertrophy work, technique work, audience kills it. The Biathlon World Cup, COVID emptied the stadiums, and same athletes, same competition. Skiing, they got faster without the crowd. Wait, no, slower without the crowd. Let me say that again. The skiing got better. Skiing got better with crowds. Shooting got worse. Same people, same day. Now apply that to your training. Most of your hypertrophy volume sits between 60 and 75%. That's exactly where mind-muscle connection matters most. And that's exactly where distraction does the most damage. Dietrich calls it transient hypofrontality. Your brain actually wants to go dark. During intense exercise, it shuts down your social processing. Naturally, your gym bro keeps turning the lights back on, forcing conversation, breaking the trance. Rotter, 1966, internal locus of control. It means you drive yourself, not your buddy's energy, not the crowd, not someone screaming, "one more rep." People who need a group to push them, they collapse the second the group disappears. But the person who trains alone, they built the engine from the inside. It doesn't need external fuel. Dopamine reinforces what you do alone. It teaches your brain to value the effort itself, not the applause. You don't train alone because something is wrong with you. You train alone because everything is working exactly as evolution designed. Your brain is optimizing, not malfunctioning. Ditchy and Ryan, self-determination theory. 3 needs. Autonomy is the one that sticks. Competence, relatedness, autonomy. Guess which one predicts who's still training in 5 years? Not the person with the best program, not the one with the most friends at the gym. The autonomous one. The dopaminergic payoff of self-directed effort. It outweighs everything the group can offer. It doesn't need external fuel. It grows from the inside. The quietest gym is often the most productive one. Not because silence is comfortable. It isn't. But because your nervous system finally has the bandwidth to do what you actually came here to do. Isolation isn't a character flaw. It's a training variable. And for some of us, it's the most important one. 100% of your glucose, partitioned for motor execution. Cortisol at baseline, mind-muscle connection at full bandwidth, no signal lost. The lone wolf isn't broken. The lone wolf is the one who figured out how the brain actually works.